I'm your host, Darcy Walsh. And today's guests, we have three members of a band called Bloodprint. So you guys are Halifax-based bands? Or
Yes, we are.
HRM anyway?
Yes. Yes.
So Alex aside, who we'll definitely get to in a minute there, but are the rest of you, are you all in high school still? I know you were when I first reached out to you.
Two of us, including me, are still in high school, and then Zack here is in first year university, and then Alex here is out of high school for sure.
Yep.
For a while. It's been a sec.
Yeah, and Alex is kind of funny. We've had Matt and Connor from June Body on, but we've never had Alex on.
And the first time that I'm on, it's not even from that band.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna try to get a thing.
Plot twist.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna try to get Matt to pop down and get him going about you playing drums. So recently we had Sean McGilvery on an episode of East Coast TNA, and we talked about the Battle of the Bands tie-in with the Pavilion reopening. So I believe, by coincidence, I had reached out to you guys a while ago, but you're one of the bands that are in that competition, and you performed this week. So maybe if you want to take turns giving a little bit of history of how you came to form Bloodprint, and talk about how you're doing with the Battle of the Bands.
Zack, you can start.
Yeah, I'll start. So 2019, I did the summer rock camp for Long McQuaid, and me and the drummer of my band at the camp decided, we want to form a band. We want to play music outside of the summer. So we formed a band. We found the name Bloodprint almost immediately. We got my brother on board, who's not on the call right now, and then we auditioned a bassist, and Barrett. He saw the poster. He asked us if we could learn a song so that he could play with us as well, and it blew our minds. He was like hired right on the spot. So me, my brother, and Barrett have been in the band ever since, and Alex has been in the band, I think, a year and a half now.
This is a Max question.
Max
would be able to tell you the exact date.
But I do know, so our drummer at the time had quit on us 4 days before our show, and Alex reached out to us asking if we still needed a fill-in drummer, and he learned our songs from our first EP. He learned all 4 of them in a matter of 2 days.
2 days.
And the covers we were going to play as well. And in 2 days, we had 2 band practices, played the gig, and the rest is history.
What does the rest of the band contribute there then to the whole picture of Bloodprint?
Barrett?
Well, for me personally, I do all of the social media aspect. I do all of the show promoting and show planning, stuff like that. When I first joined, tying in with the Pavilion Battle of the Bands, before COVID hit us and it kind of really stopped the band in its tracks, my current bass teacher at the time, he was suggesting we look into the Pavilion right at the time that COVID shut down, and then it would eventually be taken away. So it was really cool to be able to finally go full circle and play that show last week. So it's been kind of like running in that circle like for 4 years, basically.
It's kind of funny with the podcast. One of the things that we were talked about a lot at the beginning was all ages shows, and we were talking about things like the Pavilion closing, and now it's only been a couple years, and now we're back to a point where we have those things available to us. Plus, there's other all ages options in the HRM area, which is awesome, and starting to see it a little bit more popular in some of the smaller communities around our region too. So it's a great opportunity, but I don't see too many high school age bands out there. So I mean, you're going to age out of that really quick. but it is exciting. Is there many other bands that you've been playing with in your demographic?
Yeah, there's a few, like especially that we've become friends with over time. Like there's a band called Convulsion, Idle Hands, and other bands that we're playing on the round 1 and 2 that we've become friends with, like Stone Brother and Fencing and the Couch, Acid Wash. Like I'm really excited about the fact that there's like so many newer and younger bands coming up in the scene right now.
And a lot of different genres too. Like yourselves included, there's not a lot of bands that are playing your style of metal, especially at your age in this area. So, is there anything that you have planned going into the fall? New albums or new singles, or is it see where the Battle of the Bands takes you?
Well, we're currently having mixed 2 singles right now by our own Zack, and we're probably going to work on a full length next. That's probably what we're setting our sights on for sure.
We're already in the process of working on that full length and fleshing out all of the songs. But yeah, we just dedicated some time to getting these 2 singles up and running, and we're going to get these out as soon as we can. They've been some songs we've been wanting to release for a while now. So.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been playing them live since like beginning of 2022 or probably earlier, like practicing it. Like they've been around our repertoire for a while.
It's true. I think the second show that I ever played with you guys, we played both of these songs, and it's taken us this long to finally record them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the one of the singles that we have planned, we've actually had it written since the beginning. Like our second show, we opened up with that song. So
yes, we did.
Every time we've planned an EP, we always kind of put it aside, even though we all love the song, but we've kind of just tried to figure out like, oh, what's gonna fit on this EP? What's gonna fit here? And so we're pretty excited to finally be able to put some of these songs out.
Yeah.
And what have you found as far as performing live now that you've been doing it for a little while and had more practice? Is there anything new that you're looking to try with your live performance, or is it just getting a new audience that you're looking for at this point?
For sure. I think live, like our last show for the Battle of Bands, the stage was so much bigger, and for me personally, it just really opened my eyes like to the fact like all these venues, and they're fun, but they're all small stages, like you can't move around. And I want to be able to have like a more dynamic presence on stage. I want to be able to not just play music, but put on a show for people. Right? It's part of the entertainment.
It's such a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Alex playing with June Body really fills the stage no matter what size. So
That's what you got to do.
I'm curious to see how it transitions into a drum kit. But
mostly faces, a lot of faces and expressions and head banging and a lot of just movement in general. If I can get away with moving expressively while still hitting things on time, that's what I'll do. Sometimes it works out, sometimes maybe not quite so perfectly, but hey, it's all in the name of the show. They're not going to remember if you missed a beat here, but they are going to remember that you were kind of a wild and wacky guy to watch.
Yes.
Absolutely. Also, trying to catch falling stands, eh?
Yeah, this is a consistent issue. Yeah, but yeah. I don't try to catch the falling stands. I just let them fall, and then we'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
More additions to the show, it just adds to the flavor. You never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. There's an air of unpredictability about it. It adds a little something, You don't get it just anywhere. That's the true Bloodprint experience. You never know when the stage is going to collapse on us.
Yeah, awesome. So if there's anyone that's not able to follow along with the Battle of the Bands that's going on, where else should people be looking to catch a live Bloodprint performance? I assume there will be some around Nova Scotia, but I don't know if you have any plans to travel outside the province, or if you have any gigs even lined up for the fall.
Well, we our one big gig in Halifax we're planning is October 22nd at Gus's Pub. we're doing with the bands Turbo and Orchid's Curse, and then a band that I kind of met during lockdown over Instagram, and they're all the way over in Edmonton, but they're really getting their started with like touring across Canada, and they came here last June, and now they're returning to Gus's Pub this time to play with us for October 22nd.
Which band was that?
Their name is Fall of Earth, by the way. You
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
say the name.
Fall of
Fall of
Earth,
Earth. They're so good.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely have
Very
to check that out. The East Coast names I'm familiar with. That one I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. In the near
Definitely
future.
worth checking out. Yeah.
And the EP, is there a physical release for that as well, or is it just a digital only release?
There's no physical,
Yeah,
no.
just digital.
And so Bandcamp still best place to send people for that?
Yeah, we have Bandcamp up available, and of course, all the streaming platforms, Spotify.
But if you want to give us money for it, then yes, Bandcamp.
Yes.
Awesome. Best place to go then.
Best place to go, by far. Bandcamp Fridays. Check them out, people.
Definitely.
And as far as social media, I know I follow you on Instagram, but where's the best place for people to look for Bloodprint information?
Definitely Instagram or Facebook. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to keep an eye on what you guys have going on in the future. And if you have some new recordings coming out, definitely keep me in the loop. But for today, is there a song from the first EP that you would like to play as a sample for anyone that's new to Bloodprint?
Our most popular would be Foghorn. So if anyone's trying to get into Bloodprint, Foghorn might be the one to go. But I find all the other 3 songs on our first EP, I love them all, and our second EP is equally as good. I could not pick my favorite song out of them.
I do think that Foghorn is a great starting point because it kind of shows you a lot of the different sides of what the band has going on, while also just being a very catchy and memorable song in its own right. So if we were going to pick just one to introduce people to the band, that would be the one, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of become the chorus that, like, people if people are singing along, it's usually to that one, and it's the one that gets people moving and everything like that.
Perfect. It's your hook single. We'll get some people to listen to that here today, and down below in the description we'll put links to the full EP as well.
Right on.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, and I apologize for any of the background noise, but we'll definitely have to have you back on in the future. Like I said, it's nice to see a nice young band starting off, and I definitely want to follow where you're going in the future here. There's a lot of metal bands playing around the East Coast lately, so I definitely think that that's an area that's going to keep growing, and hopefully you find a good fan base out there.
If there's one thing I could say about our future materials, that it's going to be more ambitious, so definitely keep in the loop on this. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
Perfect.
Thank you for having us on.
I'm super
Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking the time, and we'll all be talking soon, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bloodprint signing off.
This is how I spend my nights, in this lighthouse spreading light. 3 kilometers from shore, I'm feeling lonely. has taken over me. A million years to eternity. If I can't find my way, no guarantee. I'm drifting off to the bottom of the sea.